Welcome to Rebel Religion, and welcome to this part 4 in a little mental health mini-series that we've been doing, especially around the idea of body image. Part 1, myself and Gerard, we kind of just introduced the theme. This was based loosely on report findings from Mental Health Foundation, mentalhealth.org, which will be floating above our heads magically just now.
Somewhere there.
Gerard, it is there, believe me. And so check out video 1 for a general introduction to the theme, some facts and figures that were presented in that. Jump to part 3, and we looked, Gerard and Cara looked at the idea, the influence of social media on body image, related to body image. And in part 2, myself and Cara looked at body image from a female perspective. And so to part 4, and our final little part for this series, myself and Gerard are going to look at a male perspective today. So that's been our little mini-series. So if you haven't seen any of those other videos, be sure to go back and check some of those out. But today, as said, we're going to be looking at the male perspective and body image, and obviously this is related to mental health and well-being. So to kick this off, Gerard, before I knew that you were working for YEHA, I first kind of saw you down at the gym, Flex Fitness in St Gemma's Primary School. Shout out to my man Robbie White and his team down there, who do a great job bringing fitness to the people of the Ardbone. So there's a cheap plug for you.
100%.
The memberships will be through the roof now, Robbie. Better get my cut.
Yeah. Me too.
So, but I seen you down there, Gerard, and initially I thought you were a PT.
Yes.
I thought you were a personal trainer down there.
Unfortunately not.
And then I realised that actually, obviously, with getting more involved with you guys at YEHA.
Yeah.
YEHA! No, nothing.
YEHA!
Yes, there you go.
I can't believe you got me to do that.
So, and obviously,
Yeah.
and soon discovered it was actually part of work that you do with YEHA.
Yeah.
So
Part of a one-to-one mentoring.
So with that said, kind of laying the groundwork, over to yourself. Why don't you explain? We'll begin by explaining, because they were young men that you were working with, so we're taking this is from the male perspective.
Well, as part of my role as a youth worker, mainly for I don't know what reason, but I seem to find myself working with young men on a one-to-one basis, and a mentoring process. And as we've sort of covered in the first podcast, was that we can't deny the connection between physical and mental health. So young people would get referred to us through family hubs and through schools and through different community organisations for varying different reasons. Young people who just want to be socially connected up. Young people maybe suffering from a bit of grief, poor choices, anti-community behaviour maybe, addictions, a wide variety of things. But one of the massive things that we encourage is a visit to the gym and an improvement of physical health in order to improve mental health. So the system that we have in place is that I would be a regular gym goer myself, and through part of the process, I had taken part in personal training sessions with a couple of different trained personal trainers from Flex Fitness to basically, I suppose, to give me an overview of what I should be doing correctly with young people. You know, weights, form, how to use machines, you know, how to give them a sort of, maybe a proper grounding within that. So with the view to that is that we find that, you know, if they do show a genuine appetite for the gym after those few sessions with me, then we will then pay for gym membership, possibly a PT for them. And then that's where they will kick in, getting a bit more sort of professional help around sort of physical health, nutrition, and I suppose a system of training and diet that is tailored to suit them by proper professionals. The reason we would do that is that, you know, over the years, we have noticed on a few occasions that young people maybe attempting to take shortcuts, and shortcuts that weren't healthy. And we're outside the rules of what they need to be doing to look after themselves in a physical and mental way with a balance. So for an example, we have come across a couple of young people who taken dietary plans maybe too far, starving themselves basically to try and lose weight. We have found that, you know, other people may be looking for shortcuts around steroids, whatever way that looks like, and basically trying to get a quick fix. We live in a quick fix society, so young people are looking things yesterday. So you will have right now sort of young people who would come into the gym at 4 or 5 weeks before they're due to go on holiday and demand from a PT that they need to lose 2 or 3 stone by the time that they go away with that. You know, that's the kind of unhealthy outlook that we have in and around some of our young people at the moment. You know, and throughout the process of getting them to look after themselves and either lose weight, build themselves in a certain way, you know, we put the right people in place that know what they're doing as far as Flex Fitness and Robbie White and his team of personal trainers are concerned, so that young people are doing that in a step-by-step structured way that's both healthy and longer lasting. You know, we were talking about last week. We seen something on social media last week about you know, the images of a male figure coming from sort of baby to teenager to male with a heavy set sort of girth and whatever. And the theme of it was along the lines of that it took you 20 years to get this far, 25 years to get this far. What makes you think that in 2 or 3 months you can get back to this sort of shape? So it's all about balance. And I think the theme is, and the theme that we've put in is that you've got to feel good before you look good. And that's what we're trying to promote. We're trying to promote young people using the gym environment to feel good within themselves, and then that in turn transpires into them feeling good about themselves, hence looking good.
Cool. Okay. So a few important takeaways I think from that, Gerard, around this idea of well-being, mental health and body image. Like, we're obviously talking about physical exercise here, which impacts the body and body image. And like, I know like yourself and Cara touched on it and the social media influence, and it's very much relevant from the male perspective, is finding a balance and how far is too far in reality, being realistic. And I think it's the same with the male perspective when it comes to body image. Like you say, being realistic with your goals. and beginning, like you say, because obviously looking good helps you to feel good, and if you feel good, you're more likely to take better care of your body and look good, but being realistic with that. So I suppose some of the takeaways that I'm hearing as well is to be realistic with your goals.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to, all of us aren't going to walk out looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger after 3 months.
We all aren't going to the Olympics, the next Olympics.
And that's it, you know. Aware of some of the dangers, so don't be taking quick fixes, you know. There's a shadow side danger world of protein drinks, steroids, drugs that you might be, and might attract you to try and get those quick
Speak to the proper people.
And that's it. And I think one of the key things is, I know certainly as the older I get, I'd like to think it comes with wisdom, is it's more a mental game. The physical side is important, taking care of your body, being healthy, looking good, but it's almost more an exercise. I think I like what you were saying about discipline and the long-term goal. A lot of these things, going to the gym and taking care of your body, is reversing often bad lifestyle choices and habits, and reversing those and getting into a good lifestyle.
I think just habits. Also, just as you're saying, that just from a YEHA perspective as well, is, you know, we realise that everybody out there is not going to be a professional footballer or an Olympic athlete. You know, it's all about working with yourself from where you're at. You know, whatever level of exercise that looks like, whether it's a walk in the woods or a PT session with a trainer. You know, one of the messages that we have from YEHA as far as physical activity is concerned is the only person that you're in competition with is yourself. And, you know, and if you need these sort of information, then please talk to your proper professional. Recommend a professional who know exactly what they're talking about, and listen to those people.
Cool. No, I think so. So the message is basically, guys, take care of your bodies will help you take care of your mind. Healthy mind and body, as we say, and it mightn't be anything spectacular. Like say, for some people it might just be beginning by getting yourself off the couch. Get out, find a local park, a
street, into nature.
Even if it's 5-10 minutes a day, begin somewhere. Get some fresh air about your head. Get the body and limbs moving. And it's not always easy, especially I think for young guys, to go to a place like a gym. So maybe you begin with somewhere. If you're in, especially in this area, look for a PT or a somewhere like YEHA that you can begin that conversation. Look for somebody maybe you trust around you that you know goes to the gym. And just start a wee conversation with them, because it's not easy for everybody just to walk through maybe a gym door. Those gym doors finds a common bond there, or somebody who maybe has that connection, and start the conversation first and do it sensibly, as Gerard's saying, and then you can explore the other stuff.
Well, I think that's one of the reasons why, as a youth worker, I try and build a relationship with young people and take them into the gym for as long as they need, until those confidence levels raise, so that they are independent enough to use the gym on their own. We realise how important that is. We realise how intimidating the gym can look for young people. We realise the equipment looks complicated, and you know we can look after all that, and the PTs that we would connect young people up with completely understand all these issues as well, and they will go out of their way and bend over backwards to accommodate people that are feeling like that. Cool. So get motivated. But I think you're right. Guys. I think the hardest part is getting off the couch and actually making a start at actually doing it.
Don't be couch potatoes, or what's sofa surfers.
Sofa surfers. I like that actually.
Sofa surfers, what I think what the youngins call. I noticed you referred to this as a podcast, Gerard.
Is that right?
Don't we bringing in dinosaur language to this. This is modern and hip. I'm not even sure what it is. Is it a video cast?
Is it a video cast? Well, I would have assumed that was dinosaur. I had videos from back.
I'm not even sure what they call them now, but podcast is definitely old language, I think.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
But listen, I just want to round up this little 4-part mini-series. Thank you if you've been following and watching us. Check out the other videos. Be sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification so that you don't miss other videos. We'll probably be doing other videos and new series down the line. I just want to finish again by saying thank you to YEHA, Youth Education, Health and Advice.
Thank you for
I want to thank Gerard Meehan from YEHA. I want to thank Cara O'Kane from YEHA for joining us on these little mini video series. And I think that's all the thank yous for now. So to finish this wee mini series, Gerard, we're going to ride on out of here into the sun. So if you look under your seat, you're going to find something to help us to do this.
I was more like this.
So we've been finding it hard to get Gerard to kind of play ball. So to see us out, I know he's going to be fair game. He's going to put this hat on and we're going to shout YEHA and we're going to ride on out of the sun out of here, Gerard. You ready? 3, 2, 1.
I can't believe you got me to do that.